Hello my loves, it's Kat, how are you? So today we have a Halloween Pick card and this one is a Hogwarts house themed one. So we have 4 houses for you to choose from. We have Slytherin with Emerald, Gryffindor with Carnelian, Ravenclaw with Lapis Lazuli and Hufflepuff with Citrine. So ideally you would be choosing your pile according to your house. But you can also use the crystals underneath. And if you actually don't know which house you belong in, I will link a sorting hat quiz in the description box. Or you can listen in as I list some of the characteristics of each pile. So we have Slytherin as the first one. So Slytherins are highly ambitious, resourceful, determined, clever and cunning, and they are kind of labeled as the villains, but this is not true. They just know what they want and they know how to get it, and sometimes some Slytherin individuals or other individuals in any house may use some questionable methods in getting what they want, and it really is up to the individual. It's not all Slytherins, so they're not the villains. They are not the villains. So yeah, then we have Gryffindors. Gryffindors are very brave. They have a very strong sense of honor. They are loyal and they are bold. Now, their weaknesses include being reckless and stubborn, self-righteous, and they might have a little bit of a hero complex sometimes, and short tempers. Then we have the Ravenclaws, who are the intelligent ones. They love to learn new things, they value wisdom, and they are very witty and just smart. They're very logical and rational, but they have the ability to think outside of the box as well. Now, there are 2 types of Ravenclaws in my opinion. There are those who are very academically motivated, and then there are those who are a little bit eccentric and curious, a little Alice in Wonderland types of Ravenclaws. And the thing that they do all have in common though is that they all love to learn more and more and more and more, and it just never ends. Then we have the Hufflepuffs. Hufflepuffs have a very strong sense of justice. They are very, very loyal, patient, and they value hard work. They are also very generous and kind and just wonderful people overall. Now, sometimes they can be taken advantage of because they are just so nice and generous, but you know, yeah, they can be a little bit too nice sometimes. So which one of these houses describe to you best? Now remember that the sorting hat will always put you in the house that you want to be in. So if you feel like, let's say, Ravenclaw sounded like you the most, but that's not where your heart belongs. Maybe you are a Gryffindor at heart, then that is where you should be. So remember that. That sorting hat will always place you in the house that you want to be in. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide, and when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello, my beautiful Slytherin. So you chose this card. Now I want to talk about this deck for a bit. So this tarot deck is actually based on a Finnish national treasure. It's based on this epic, this Finnish book. that's filled with these old Finnish beliefs and legends and stories. And I don't normally use these cards or this deck because it's a little, I don't like the imagery, it's a little bit too creepy for me, but this is a Halloween reading, so I just have to suck it up because this deck is perfect for this one. So because this deck is based on Finnish legends and stories, so I'm gonna tell you some of them then when they come. So yeah, let's check out your card. So you have the card Pohjantähti, which means the North Star. This is the star card in traditional tarot. And the story behind this card is actually that, well, basically, in Finnish legends, the night sky was believed to be a dome. And because the North Star is the one star that always stays put, and all the other stars kind of like, they just kind of like spin around it. It was believed that the North Star was nailed on underneath the dome. So that is why it would always stay put. And it was believed that this star was a sort of a portal to the realms where gods lived, and it was believed that there were different levels, and they believed that the North Star was a sort of portal there. It was also thought to be a house for one of the characters in these legends, but let's not get into that. So what I see with this card is that there is something in your life, some sort of dream that you have had for a very long time. Now your life may have changed, your circumstances may have changed, but this dream, this one dream, has always been there. It has never changed. It has been there for your entire life. Like, that is the point of the North Star. It's constant. It doesn't move. It doesn't dim. It's always there. Even though it's cloudy, you know it's there, and you know exactly where to find it because it doesn't move. So there is a dream that you have that you haven't really acted upon yet. It's still in a dream state. Just a dream. Because I feel like dreams become goals as soon as you start working out the steps to get them, to get to that dream, to get to that goal. That's when a dream becomes a goal. But this one is still a dream. So you haven't actually done anything about it quite yet, or even figured out any type of steps. But I feel like for your entire life, I feel like you have kind of felt like maybe this might not be for me or something. Maybe I'm silly for even thinking about this, or something else equally silly. But let me tell you something. All the dreams that were placed in our hearts have been placed there for a reason. They are there because we're supposed to do something about them. Not everybody has similar dreams because we don't share the same purpose. We all have different purposes, different reasons for being here, and this is yours. And you may think that I don't have what it takes. Maybe actually, I feel like maybe somebody else has told you, like, that's just stupid, or that's just silly, like you could never. Because I do feel like you, in your heart of hearts, I feel like you have this trust in your abilities. You've always had this trust in your abilities, but there was somebody in your life who told you that you were being silly, or you were being... I have something like an ego, like somebody thought you had a really big ego. So they decided to crush that out of you by telling you that you don't have what it takes. But I do believe that in your deep inside, you do trust your abilities. You have this belief that I can do what I like. I could do it. But you're also scared because I have a feeling that this might be somehow public, or a little bit eccentric maybe, or either way, you have this fear of being judged, or a fear of people being like like what the hell is this, or something. I don't know, but I feel like this fear is coming from outside of you. Oh, and then we have number 6, a ruling. So you absolutely have what it takes. You absolutely do. Whatever this is, you do have what it takes. And I do believe that deep inside you believe that, but you're just scared. Because some moron thought it would be a good idea to crush that dream of yours, and that was just terrible. And I don't like them. I don't like them at all. So let's get some more tarot. You do have what it takes though. Oh, yeah. So this is something that I say to myself sometimes, because I have had a lot of people telling me what I can and cannot do in my life. But okay, let me tell you something. I can really relate to knowing or like believing in my own abilities. And I think this is something that my mom did. The one thing my mom did right raising me was that she grew, or she built that belief in my abilities. Like I was a really hyperactive kid, and I would climb everywhere. I would, you know, I would be all over the walls and all over the trees and whatever. And all the other adults were like, oh no, be careful, don't fall. Oh no, that is a little bit too high, come down. And my mom would be pissed at them. She would be like, shut up. She knows how to climb. Let her be. And I believe that this is actually how I gained trust in my own abilities. Like it started very young. And this is something that I always tell myself when I'm feeling down and I have lost faith in my abilities. This is just something that I have said to myself, like in my own head. Like I always say this in the mirror. Like, lift your chin up, adjust your crown, don't let it fall again. And then I would adjust my imaginary crown on my head better, like that. That sounds so stupid. That sounds so dumb, but yeah, okay. That's what I do. And it does make me feel better. It brings back this trust in me, like, yeah, I'm a fucking queen. Maybe that is something that you would like to try. But it has to be in a mirror. You have to see yourself, and you have to physically lift your chin up and say, lift your chin up, adjust your crown, and don't let it fall again. And that is also what I'm gonna tell my children when they are getting knocked down. Anyway, let's get some more cards on the table. So, what is coming for my Slytherin? What is this reading all about? Oh, I just realized I didn't actually set any type of like a question or anything on this reading. I hope you don't mind. This is kind of open now, I guess. So, what messages do you have for my beautiful Slytherin right here? What messages do you have for them? Whoop! There we go. Oh, we have a 2 of Cups. True love. True love is coming for you. And oh no, I thought, because I was looking at this from the side, I think it's a fairy. It's a little fairy. I thought it was the star, but that's okay. So I'm actually gonna push this a little bit further away. There we go. That's nice. So you absolutely have true love coming in. Some of you already have this in your lives, and what I'm seeing for them, but those of you who are in a relationship with your true love, is that they will actually be supporting you in this endeavor, this dream, whatever it may be. They are absolutely super supportive. It's still not quite... Okay, that's better. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So they are super supportive, and they will be super supportive. And those of you who are single at the time, I just got a message. There was a star! There was a star! No, it's not a star. Is it a star? I don't know. Look at that little tattoo over there. Look at that tattoo. I think that's a star. Okay, anyway. Those of you who are actually... This is a message for a selected few. The person you are thinking, they are in fact your soulmate, your true love. And you will know them somehow. It's almost like they are marked. It's almost like they are marked as yours. This is really weird. This is super weird. But it could be that maybe you have like a mole in the same place or something, because or maybe a similar tattoo or something. It feels like they have been marked as yours. Super weird. Never had this message before, but that is for just, I think, just for one of you. Like if they have a tattoo, or it could be that they have a tattoo of like something that you hold really dear. Like that could also be it. Or perhaps like this is also something that I see, like somebody has tattooed a clock on them, and this clock shows like the time you were born, for example. It just happens to show the exact time that you were born. There is something there. They have been marked. And either way, some of you are thinking of a specific person and you're wondering if they are your soulmate. I'm getting a yes, that they are your soulmate, your true love. And we also have the Queen of Cups. I love this for you. You Slytherins are absolutely... I love that the timing was also the same here. Like they both have the same moon on the almost the same spot. Yet there is something about like there's something about you two, like in your physical bodies, that are almost identical, and that is kind of weird. But you will both be like, oh, what the hell? Like that's crazy. You will be stepping into your divine feminine, absolutely. Like completely, like I feel like you will be made to feel desirable, like you're the sexiest or the most desirable person in the whole world. And this person just makes you feel incredible. Like you're the only man, only woman in the world. Like you're the only one for them. And they make you feel this way. And that is the most incredible feeling. And there's also this like complete trust here as well. Like I know you have my back. We also have oh my god, we also have the Knight of Cups, and it's still the same. Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on in this reading? What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. This is absolutely certain now. If you're single, there is a person coming for you right away. Like right away. Soon. Now. Right away. Or if you are in a relationship right now, this is your true love. This is your true match. This is your soulmate. Whatever you want to call it. And they are coming for you. They are on their way. If they're not there yet, they will be very soon. They're like just there, like just there. I can't believe this. This is incredible. It's almost like you finally... This is also something that I see. It could actually be that for some of you, this is a person that you once... like this is the person from your past and you just couldn't get the timing right. It could be that for some of you, or who has felt like this, it could be that now the timing is right with this person, if you know that was to be, you know, like often that's just not for you, you know. But if it is a person from your past that you tried before but the timing just wasn't right and they truly were your soulmate, now the timing is perfect and it's just happening. It's just happening. And I love that it's kind of like you both like pour into each other's cups, you know. Oh, we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. Yeah, you two will be building something together. Something incredible. You have a beautiful future ahead of you with this person. And the best thing about it, I guess, is that you will be building it together. Like you're doing it all together. And it's for the both of you, I guess. What am I trying to say? I'm not quite sure. What about this dream? What about this dream that you have? They are somehow... I don't think that they have an actual part in your dream. They might have. They might have some wisdom or know-how to make it happen. But what I feel mostly is that this is kind of like emotional support. Like they support you completely in this dream that you have. And I feel like they will actually be the only person who has never... I feel like you will be very... a little bit intimidated, a little bit scared, a little nervous to tell them about this dream because you think that they're gonna laugh at you, but actually they're gonna be like, cool, so when are you gonna start? I think that's how it's actually gonna happen. And they will just support you in every way that they just can. Like, you have all of their support. And I also feel like, because this dream that you have, it is part of your life's purpose. So I do feel like it has something to do with money and kind of like it becoming your basic income. That is what I feel like. And with this Knight of Pentacles, I see that you will actually be growing it. You will be growing it and kind of like, okay, so let me explain. So the Knight of Pentacles, it usually shows a field. like oh, I just realized, and it actually has different purposes in different decks. Because I just thought about all the Knight of Pentacles cards. Oh, oops. I'm actually, never mind. I was mistaking it for Seven of Pentacles. Sorry about that. So this Knight of Pentacles is actually about harvesting. Time to harvest. So I feel like you have actually been manifesting this partner. You've been manifesting it. You've been manifesting them for a very long time. And now it's time to get it, I guess. Kind of like reap the rewards doesn't actually like feel like the right thing to say, but something like that. So now with this last card, we're gonna get some advice on your current situation. What I'm also getting with your with the North Star is that you need to make it a goal. Like I said in the beginning, dreams become goals when you start mapping out what you need to do to achieve them. So start making it a goal. Make it a goal. Because it's not going anywhere. Even when you're 90 years old, you're gonna be like, well, the dream never went away and now it's too late to do anything about it. So, oops. Yeah, it's never gonna go away. You will never be truly satisfied in your life until you actually see what happens if you try out. What happens when you see what happens with this dream. Oh my god, I'm not very good at articulating today. So with this deck, we're gonna see some advice in your current situation. So Spirit Guides, what messages do you... Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. We have a Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. Yeah. There is a person coming for you. Also, okay, let me take a look at this card. There's a sand castle and the sea, and she is on a carpet. Is that supposed to be a magic carpet? Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, okay. So you've been manifesting this person for quite a while now. But at the same time, I feel like you've been a little bit scared about diving into a relationships. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, or you're just kind of used to being alone. That's not a bad thing. It's beautiful, actually. So I feel like this is actually going to be quite new to you. Maybe you've been single for a very long time. And now this person is coming in and everything is changing. It's a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, that might happen. But let me tell you something. They will prove themselves worthy. They will absolutely prove themselves worthy. They will be pouring so much love and trust and patience in your cup that you don't know what to do with it. And it's actually really beautiful. Yeah, this is a person you absolutely can trust. Absolutely. And social invitations, I feel like they might be inviting you to something. Like that might be actually like something that you recognize them with. Like they invite you to something, somewhere specific. And you're kind of on the fence, like, should I go? Should I stay? You should go. You should absolutely go. Definitely. But yeah. What you really want to do is to start making a dream into a goal. Yeah, that is really all that I have for you. So yeah, let me know how this resonated. I truly love reading your comments. Is the my favorite hobby. So I would really love to know how I did. So yeah, I really hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my fellow Gryffindor. So you chose the Carnelian and, well, obviously the Gryffindor. And then we have this card here. So I don't normally use these cards or this specific tarot deck because it's very complicated. It's not a traditional tarot deck. It's based on a Finnish national treasure, an epic. And this deck has all the names are different, and they are based on the story in the book and all the characters and all that. So, and also I'm not a fan of the imagery because I feel like it's too creepy for me. But this is a Halloween reading, so obviously creepy goes. So yeah, so what I wanted to say is that the cards are obviously very different, and they are based on these ancient Finnish stories and legends, and well, you'll see. So you chose number 9. I do believe this is 9 of Pentacles. It's called Jatulintarha, and the translation is Jotun's garden. So let me explain. Okay, so I'm thinking where to begin. So Jatuli, Jotun, they are a group of people that was believed to live in Lapland long ago, and they were believed to be giants, and apparently they had a habit of, or according to the legend, and they had a habit of, they were basically stone people. So they had a habit of carrying stones in their pockets, and then they would fall and, all that stuff. And they also had a habit of building these stone structures. So in Finland you can find these places where these structures have been built. So these are kind of like these kind of structures made with stones, like all over. It makes this kind of a labyrinth. They're not usually very big, kind of like probably like 10 meters, so that's like 33 feet. So they're not very big, but you can find these structures, and they are at the very least from the Middle Ages, and probably from Bronze. Is it Bronze? No. Bronze Age? Is that the age? Well, anyway. So yeah, that is the story behind this card. So what does this mean for you then? So this card represents a circle closing. So there is something that you've been building. I feel like something you really felt drawn to start. Almost like some sort of a purpose. There was something you really wanted to do. It was a dream, it was a purpose, some sort of a calling, and you started, and you're coming to an end, sort of. It's not really an end though, it's more like an end of a chapter, if you will. So there's something that you are bringing to a close. What is that? I saw this is what I saw in my mind. It was I open at the close. It's from the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So, so Dumbledore had hid. So before Dumbledore died, he hid these Deathly Hallows, or placed them in, well, he basically hid them so that Harry would be able to find them. And one of these Deathly Hallows was the stone of, well, I don't remember what its actual name was, but basically it had the ability to bring people sort of not quite back from the dead, but because they looked like ghosts and everything, like they weren't actually here, they were still behind a sort of a veil. And he hid that stone, Resurrection Stone, I think that was the name. He hid that stone in a snitch, and he had carved a message on that snitch which said, "I open at the close." So what I get from this is that there is something coming for you at the end of this thing that you're closing down. So you might be feeling a little bit nostalgic, a little bit sad that this journey is coming to an end, but there is something equally, if not even more exciting, coming for you right at the end. So we have watching. So you are being instructed to be very, keep a very close eye on these opportunities, because you need to be ready. As this opportunity comes to you, you need to be ready to jump. So there is something coming for you, something super exciting. And I feel like you wouldn't be ready for this thing if you were still tied to this old thing. So this is why you need to let go of the old thing. I feel like you may see it as kind of like your baby a little bit, like not an actual baby, but like a project baby. That sounds also bad. Do you know what I mean? Like a like a business, like a my business is my baby. Anyway, there is something that you were building. You built from the ground up, and you've been building it this far. You now see that it has come to an end. Let's say for example, you've been building a business. You started it from nothing, and now it's this very successful business, and it can run on its own, and just everything is running so smoothly. You have picked the right people to run it, and everything is going just great. But there is no place left for you in there, because you've done everything. It's done. It's living and breathing on its own. It doesn't quite need you anymore. So it's time for you to find a new adventure, something else to build. So that is why, even though it feels a little bittersweet and you may not even want to, let's say like an old CEO who kind of doesn't want to leave the company, so he kind of stays there for no reason at all. You don't want that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to stay there and haunt the place. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to find something fun to do. Because it's not nice realizing that you're not needed. You're needed elsewhere. So, keep an eye out. There's something coming for you. So, what is happening for my... okay. Okay. So we have the devil. We also have the Hierophant. I'm gonna try to hold these cards a little bit better to the camera, because there are people who really like to see them, and my camera is just a little bit too far away, you know. So, Hierophant with the devil. This is an interesting combination. Let me think for a minute. Devil and the Hierophant. So what I see here with these two cards is that you may have it also kind of feels like you may have some controlling issues a little bit. Kind of like because, well, the devil means that you're like, how do I put this? The devil means that you have an unhealthy attachment to something. And then we have the Hierophant, which is all about tradition, order, all of that. So it feels like you may be overly controlling over this, whatever you're bringing to a close. Like, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. It's not good for you anymore to hold on to that, because it's not. Imagine being a parent and your child is all grown up, but you're still babying this child of yours. Like you just won't let them be their adult selves, if that makes sense. Like, you're still trying to control them as they were babies. So it's not healthy anymore. You need to let that go. So let's see what is actually coming for you then. What is coming? Oh, okay. Oh, we have a Queen of Wands. Nice. So you have new passions to go for. There are some new dreams coming their way, some new desires, these new experiences. There is so many things coming for you. And with the Queen of Wands also, it could be that you actually have a lot of dreams, a lot of desires. Maybe you want to, you know, like how that, whoever said it, but I don't remember who said it. Anyway, there's this quote that those who know exactly what they want to become, they will become exactly that, and that is their punishment. So for you, I feel like you never quite knew exactly what you wanted to do. Or it could be that this was exactly what you wanted to do. There are two types of people here. There are those who didn't actually quite know what they wanted to do with their lives, and then there are those who knew exactly what they wanted to do with their lives. But the thing is that that was not your only purpose. That was not your only purpose. You are meant to do so many things. You're meant to try on so many different hats. And yeah, it's not just one thing for you. I was pretty sure that one card flipped in the deck and I was gonna choose it, but I can't find it anymore, so I guess none of them ever flipped, so just gonna keep on shuffling then. Yeah, there are a lot of things coming for you. Yeah, you need to let go. Whatever this is, you're still like stuck on a maze, but actually, I do feel that some of you are kind of glad to let it go. I feel like you know that there isn't really anything for you to give anymore in this, whatever it is. We have 6 of Pentacles. Let me look at it for a minute. Okay. So it's almost kind of like time to reap the benefits. And there are some sort of benefits that are coming from this thing. It could be some like evergreen income, or some sort of wisdom that you gained that you will be using now after. Let's say that You had a business, it's now a successful business. Now you know exactly how to build another successful business. Or it could be that now you're actually using this knowledge and you're teaching others how to make their business successful. But there is nothing for you to do here anymore. Like it's done. It's done. There is nothing more to build. So now you're taking advantage of that. You're using this income. You are living a luxurious life. Okay, so this doesn't actually have to be a business. It was just an example. But there is definitely something that you're bringing to a close. This could also be, I just got a message about some people deciding to change their profession. So some of you may feel like, let's take all their life somebody wanted to be a nurse. And now they've been a nurse, they started to become a nurse, and now they've been a nurse for a very long time, but they now kind of feel like they have nothing left to give. And so they want to try something more, and they decide to go to medical school to study to become a doctor. So that is the next step up. You had nothing left to give as a nurse, but you have something much more to give as a doctor. So there is this kind of shift happening for some of you. Something like this is happening for you. You're finding your new passion. And I don't feel like it's gonna be your last passion. It's gonna be another one. And then there will be another and another and another. But you need to let go of the old ones. And I feel like some of you are quite ready to let go, and then some of you are a little bit like, oof, like, I don't know, like what happens though, because this is stable, this is something that I know, this has been a constant for me, but now it's leaving my life. I know it can be scary, but yeah, it's time to move on. Time to move on from it. So let's get some advice in your current situation. I'm thinking if I could get another card. You know what? We're gonna get one last card about this thing. Talk about this new thing that is coming. What is this new thing that is coming for them? What is it for? Oh, okay. So we have the Strength card. So you will be finding your strength and stepping into your power. And funny thing is, we have a female lion and a male lion. We have, yeah, we do. Or is that a, no, wait, it's a lion. It is a lion. Yeah, you're finding your strength as well. You're kind of, okay, so you're kind of, like I said, you're kind of like stepping up. You are leveling up. You're finding what you're really made of. So if you have this kind of like you want to study some more, or maybe you want to switch your field completely, absolutely do it. I want to say this one though. You were always meant to follow this path though. So don't think that you made a mistake by choosing this path because it didn't stick. It didn't stick because it wasn't going to be your forever purpose. It was going to be a part of your journey. So you never made the wrong choice. You were always meant to do it this way. You were always meant to choose this. It could also be that, I just got another message, that this could be, maybe it was actually your parents who said they wanted you to become a teacher, or expected you to be something, or do something, or become something. And it could be nursing, or teaching, or becoming an engineer, or becoming a doctor. And it was never really something you really wanted to do, but you decided to try it anyways for your parents so that they would be happy. Yeah. You were supposed to do it that way though. Like I know that sounds kind of controversial, I think that's the word. Um, but there was some knowledge that you gained. Even if that knowledge was that this is not my thing. It could be as simple as that this is definitely not my thing, and that is the knowledge that you gained from it. But there was some knowledge either way that you needed to gain so that there would never be a question whether that would have been your thing or it would have been better for you or whatever. Whatever. So now let's get some advice in your current situation. So what advice do you have for my gorgeous fellow Gryffindor? Whoop, there we go. The wheel. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Absolutely. Oh my god. This fits like in Finland we say it fits like a fist in the eye. But I don't know what is the English version of that. Anyway, that really fits the reading. Definitely. There is something beautiful coming your way. You just need to be... It's what I see here is somebody like leaving their place of business and locking the door at the end of their shift for the last time. So this could actually be also about a job for some of you, that you may not actually be the one who built the business, but this could be that you're leaving a stable job to pursue your passion. And you're absolutely being guided to do that. And what I just heard, be brave, be bold, like a Gryffindor. So yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would love to know how this resonated. It's my favorite thing to read your comments. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I hope I see you in my next one then. Bye! Hello my beautiful Ravenclaws. So I wanted to say something about this tarot deck before we begin. So I don't normally use this tarot deck because it's a little difficult. It's not a traditional tarot deck. It's based on this Finnish national treasure, our very own epic. And well, the cards are a little bit different, and they're based on the stories and the books and this old ancient Finnish legends. And I'm not a huge fan of the imagery. It's a little bit creepy for me, but this is the Halloween reading, so creepy is okay. So yeah, let's begin then. So you got this card, Väinämöinen. This is the Emperor card in the traditional tarot, and this person, Väinämöinen, he is one of the main characters in the stories. He is, well, he's a man, he's a leader, and it was said that when he was born as an old man. And the thing about him was that whatever he decided to do, he always succeeded in it. Always succeeded in it. And according to Finnish legends, he was the god of the waters, or I think more specifically rivers, because that is what a part of his name refers to, a wide, very gently flowing river. So this character had a lot of stories to tell and songs to sing, and what I get from this card is that you're about to take control over your life. I feel like for a very long time you've been in this dreaming stage. I feel like a little bit kind of like, I want to say like reading books, not living them, if that makes any sense to you. Let's get some cards for you then, so we can see what this is actually all about. So yeah. Ooh, oh, that's a little too many. Let's stick with just one. Okay. There is this, oh, okay, so it fell on the, actually, did it go straight in the trash can? Am I supposed to take this if it went in the trash can? No, I'm not sure. Oh my god. Where did you go? Come back. There we go. Now I found it. Oh. Yeah, we're taking this. We are taking this. So we have, oh, attitude, desiring belonging. So this actually makes a lot of sense with the message that I got. So this is also something that I'm getting. But what I just heard is that you have a lot of fictional boyfriends. Or girlfriends. And you're really, I do feel like you really love to read. I'm just gonna adjust my skin a little bit so I can feel a little more comfortable. And what I'm getting is, what you read is what you want. Sorta, kinda. Like you want these epic adventures and love stories and all that beautifulness. There is kind of this kind of, how do I explain it? There's this deep desire to belong in the fictional worlds that, you know, exist only in books. And this makes you really sad. I feel like you, for a very long time, maybe even in the entire lifetime, you felt like you don't really belong in this world. Like this place is not for you. And well, let's see what the cards have to say about that. You have this deep desire to be understood, to find your tribe, to find your people. People who understand you, who like the same things as you do. So let's see. Okay. I just heard take them all, so we are. Ooh, oh, my god. Okay. So let's start with the Chariot. This is actually something that you're definitely doing. You are taking control over your life. You are, I want to say, you are making the world suit your purpose or your purposes and not the other way around. Like often we feel that we need to fit ourselves to fit in this world and be of service in this world, but you're doing it the other way around. You're fitting the world in your situation. Does that make any sense? Like it's almost like you find a way around it. You're finding a way around something. You're not doing something the traditional way. You found a way around it by thinking outside of the box. You're definitely more of a Belle and Alice in Wonderland type of Ravenclaw. rather than very rational and logical type of Ravenclaw. We also have the Fool. You're definitely trying something new and making your own way. We also have the Moon. You're following your purpose and listening to your intuition. And I also, with the Wolves, I feel like you might identify yourself as the lone wolf. And now we have 2 of them, so you will be fighting your partner in crime, absolutely. So, what I get this for, it's almost like you are turning into a warrior princess of your own story. I feel like you are finally stepping up, kind of like coming out of your box, taking everything you've learned and grabbing a cute pair of boots and going out to change a few things. That's what I feel here. You have this deep desire to transform, not just you, not just your life, but the entire world. I do feel like you've been born with stories in your head. And I do feel like part of your purpose is to give them to the world. You are meant to do something creative with these stories. Either painting, whatever, but mostly I'm feeling writing somehow, maybe books or stories or songs. You're supposed to write something. Become an author. But an author of everything. You are being woken up to your purpose. And you are now taking charge. So that you can have your own fairy tale. So that you can have everything you've ever dreamed of. Even though this is kind of like... I feel like you've always been able to find the other ways around things. Like, let's say, I'm giving an example. Let's say somebody said that you weren't able to do something. Okay, so this is an example. Let's say that you wanted to be a dancer. You went to a dance class. But let's say that you weren't able to jump really high. Let's say that all the other girls, they were like this really thin and light and stuff, so they were able to jump really high, and maybe you had like a more like wider shoulders and wider hips and stuff, and you were a little bit heavier, so you weren't able to jump as high as the others. So maybe you felt, or you were made to feel that you could never be a dancer because you can't jump as high. You're supposed to jump high, so if you can't, then you can't do this. So then it's almost like so then you would find another way around it. Let's say you would hit the gym, you would strengthen your muscles, you would strengthen your thighs and glutes and hamstrings and calves, and because of the strength that you're gaining, you are able to jump higher than the others now, because you went the other way. Instead of like maybe restricting your diet to become lighter, you decided to become stronger so that you would be able to jump as high or even higher than the others. There is this kind of like cleverness. Yeah, that is how I would describe you. You're clever. Like, you find the other ways around the issue. You don't go the traditional way. You never have. So why do you think that you would actually choose something traditional in your life then? Like, I feel like maybe some some of you, or maybe your family or something, wanted you to find a profession or a job and stick to it. And you've kind of adopted this idea that you're supposed to be only one thing. And books they are not the real world. They don't exist here. But I think you're finding a way around it. Like, you're bringing your stories, you're bringing your imagination, you're bringing your ideas, and you're giving them life in a way. I don't know how this is going to happen. I have no idea. But what I say for you, if this is your call, if this is a dream that you've had, if you resonate with this, then yes. But if you don't resonate with this, because I feel like this might be a very specific message for some of you. If you have a desire in your heart that you want to write a book, a fantasy book or science fiction, anything, that is going to happen. But what is also going to happen for you is that it's not going to remain as just a book. It's going to be made into something more. It's almost like, okay. It's, let's say Harry Potter, now that we have a Harry Potter reading here, let's say Harry Potter. You know, Harry Potter, it was originally just a book. Then it became movies, and then it became games, and now it's becoming a TV series, which I'm completely on board with, because the movies were a travesty. They have a nostalgia in there somewhere because we saw them as a kid, but they were really bad. The movies were really bad, so I'm so glad they're remaking them. Anyway, point is, you will be creating something that will be brought into the world. Like somebody said, that, you know, like, books aren't real. They're just, you know, words on a paper. They are not real. But what you're bringing into this world is not going to remain as words on paper. They are becoming real. They are becoming, I want to say, like a story escaping from a book and becoming real. There is something that you are bringing into this world that is major. And I do have a feeling it might be, it has something to do with words either way. It could be poetry, could be songwriting, but something significant. And like, also, like, look at these cards. Like, this woman in this card's world, there are different women, but they do look like main characters in a fantasy movie, don't they? I don't know if you can see them. They're a little bit far away, so I'm just gonna bring them a little bit closer. Like, look at them. They're gorgeous. They don't belong in this world. They belong in a beautiful story with dragons and magic and true loves. Yeah, it's almost like you're making fantasies real. We also have the Temperance. This is another main character vibe card. I love that. We also have, butterflies in 2 cards, and then we have moths in the Moon card, and then we have birds in the Chariot card. So, like, what I want to say is that you were meant to fly. You were meant to fly. And there's a quote that says, "But what if I fall?" And then it says, "Oh, but what if you fly?" And that is totally the vibe that I'm getting for you. Like, your purpose is to bring something real. Bring something magical in this very magicless realm. Yeah. So let's see then. What advice do your spirit guides have for you in your current situation? What advice do you have for them? Oh, okay. Whoa. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And this is actually, funnily enough, this is actually the Tower card. So the Tower is often a bit feared because so the point of that card is that everything that is not built on a solid foundation will crumble. Everything that you were counting on that was not built on a solid foundation will crumble down. But this is kind of like a different aspect to that card. This is about this is about a quick if you remember what you were thinking. I don't know if you could hear that, maybe with headphones. If you can hear that buzz that, you know, my phone made and you were thinking of something just then, that is a confirmation that your thought was true. So yeah, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. That's interesting. It's almost like you get something, like you understand something, recognize something, and you're like, hold on a minute, I can do that? And then you go ahead and do it. Break free of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. It's almost like in this card, nothing is being broken down. Like nothing, your old beliefs aren't crumbling. You're just walking away from them, in my opinion. Like, you're just walking away, like, this is not for me, goodbye. And you find something that is for you. That is the message that I get from that Change Your Life Tower card. Is there any other messages that I'm getting? Yeah, just take control. Take control. Find your true purpose, because there is a story living inside of you that is meant to be heard and experienced and read and seen. And you need to do the world a favor and just do it. It doesn't even have to be a book or anything. It could be content. It could be some type of content. If you feel like, you know, like, well, there are enough books in the world, there are enough, whatever, I don't know, content creators in the world, like, what do I have to bring that is different? What you have to bring is you. That's what makes all the difference. You're bringing your experiences, your imagination, your wisdom, and it's completely different to someone else's. So yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know how this resonated. I really love reading your comments. Yeah, I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Hufflepuff. So, I don't know where your citrine is. Here is your citrine. So, let's talk about this deck first. So this is a deck that I have never ever used in a reading before, and well, not on myself either. I find the imagery a little creepy and I don't really like it, but this is a Halloween reading, so creepy is more than suitable. So This is not a traditional tarot card or deck. It's actually based on this Finnish national treasure, our very own epic, and all the cards are a little bit different. They're based on these characters in the book and stories and legends. So this book is full of ancient Finnish legends and stories, and yeah, let's dive into it then. Okay, yeah, so we have Hetten Haldia. This is a type of spirit, a swamp bog spirit, but this card in the traditional tarot is the Six of Cups. So these spirits, they are very kind and protective and healing spirits, and they are said to come from because in Finland, like a very long time ago, we had a habit of burying our dead in swamps, because it was believed that the swamp was a sort of portal to hell, I guess. And the faster you sunk, the heavier were your sins, basically. And so yeah, so these are protective and healing and very kind spirits. And what I'm getting from this card, if you can see, there are little footprints going around it. So there is something in your life that is somehow, in a way, dangerous. Something that could drag you down with them. That is what I feel here. And it could be a thing, but for some of you, I do feel like it's a person. So what this card says here is that you have to find a way around your problem. There is no point crossing a swamp because you're gonna drown in it. And this spirit is here to like, hold on, stop, you're entering a swamp, like don't come any further, you have to find another way. That is what I'm feeling here. This is kind of like a gentle, like a stop sign here, like no more, don't take a step further. This is not a safe path for you. This is what I'm getting here. So let's get in. Let's get one oracle card to give me some direction, and then we're gonna move on with the tarot. So what can you tell me about the situation that is happening for my Hufflepuffs? What is happening for my Hufflepuffs? Do you have some sort of advice for this situation? What is happening? Because for some of you, I do feel like this is a person. This could be a person who has very low vibrational, well, low vibration. That's what I was gonna say. They have a very low vibration, and I feel like every time you're with them, you just feel worse somehow. It's kind of like they're sucking on your life energy. And even if you're having a good day and you just meet them, you just feel really bad afterwards. Like I used to have a coworker, and if he had a bad day when he came to work, you would also have a bad day. Oh, this is the same card that came for, who did this come for again? The Gryffindors? Yeah, I think for the Gryffindors. So number 11, watching. Yeah, so you're being asked to kind of like to take a step back and see what happens. My cat Clyde is expecting me to open the door for her, so I'm just gonna do that really quickly. Okay, go, bye. So yeah, actually, that might be a sign for you. Like maybe there's someone, if you just, you don't necessarily even have to do anything. There could be a person like this who is already willing to leave your life, I guess, but it's kind of for the good. Like, I don't know, hard to explain, but it's kind of like you feel this relief, like, oh, okay. Not that I was relieved to let my cat out, but I do feel like there's something leaving your life and you're fine with it. You're not crying about it, you're fine with it. So tell me about the situation with my Hufflepuffs. What is happening with my Hufflepuffs? Do you have some advice or something? Oh. I just heard my brother be like, Clyde. So she's probably doing mischief as usual. That is a very mischievous cat, honestly. Like, she's always in trouble. Come on, give me some cards. I think... Okay, okay. I was gonna put them back, but I heard like, take them, take them. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I know why I was supposed to take these. So we have 8 of Swords at first. So this situation is a situation where you feel like you have no power. You have no power over the situation. This is just how it has always been and how it will always be. That is the feeling that I'm getting here. And I do hope the quality is okay because it's so dark. Like it's you know, it's almost winter here in Finland, so and during winter, I don't know if you knew, but in winter we basically have like 3-4 hours of daylight. And well, I did start this pretty late and I had more pause than usual, but it was kind of surprising how quickly the light went. So I apologize if the quality is pretty bad. So with 8 of Swords, yeah. And I feel like there are many reasons why you feel uncomfortable in this situation. And I also feel like it's a situation that you can't quite ever let go of. Like, this is a person that will probably stay in your life unless they do something really bad that really crosses your boundaries, like something really, really bad. But I feel like you're really patient. And you have a very, what is the opposite of like short-tempered? What is the opposite of that? Like somebody who is very patient and doesn't easily get fired up or and stuff. A calm, like you're super calm. Maybe you know what I mean, but I can't find the word right now. So we also have the Hanged Man, which also talks about that sort of situation. Feeling stuck, not knowing what to do. I'm just waiting for things to get better, but I feel like... Was that the doorbell? I think there's something for my brother. I'm not gonna open it. Yeah. My brother just went to open the door. So if you were thinking about something, then when the doorbell rang, that could be a confirmation for you. So with the Hanged Man, or maybe you were thinking of a person back then. So that might be a ding ding. Yeah, that's the one that we were talking about. So yeah, take that as it resonates. So yeah, there is just this... I'm also getting a feeling, if this is a person, I have a feeling that they could be quite a gossip. And I feel like you don't feel comfortable with this. And you would be right to assume that because they gossip about everybody else in their lives, they are also gossiping about you. So I feel like I should warn you not to give them a lot of personal information because they might be using it. Then we have the Magician. So you're not alone in this situation. You can ask Okay, yeah, okay. So your spirit guides were just like, ask us for help, ask us for help, because they can help. Also angels, if you would rather ask your angels, however you feel about it. Angels and spirit guides, they are always willing to help in whatever we need them for. But the trick is that you have to ask. They can't do anything. Their hands are tied. Unless they feel like you're going in a wrong direction, then they might intervene. But usually they can't do anything about your problems if you don't ask them. So just like now, like what I usually do if you don't know what to do, because, you know, like I didn't for a very long time. I had no idea what to do. So I was like, when I'm a very basic bitch, I guess, but I'm like, yo, spirit guides, hi, it's me again. Do you think you could help me with this situation? With whatever this is? And yeah, thanks. So that is quite literally how I ask for things from my spirit guides. And let me tell you, they have never ever 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 let me down. Whenever I have asked help with, that has also always resolved itself, and super fast too, super fast. So if you need help with this, ask your guide. So you can even like pause now and be like, yo, sup, I need some help. Because they love to help. They love to help. You're never asking too much. You're never ever asking too much. So please do that. They are like begging for your, like, please, please, for once in your life, ask us to help. We can help. So yeah, do that. Do that. You don't have to suffer alone. I feel like, yeah, I do feel like you're the kind of person who always helps everybody, but then has a really hard time asking help for others. I'm just gonna check my camera a little bit. It looks so dark. I don't know. I'm really sorry if the quality is bad. I don't, there's nothing I could do, honestly. Like, no, I don't. I lied. I didn't even realize. I'm a dummy. I didn't realize. I usually have that light on, but this time I forgot. Okay, well, sorry. Sorry. I do hope the quality wasn't like absolutely horrendous, but we'll see. So, spirit guides. What messages do you have from my Hufflepuffs? Because they need your help, clearly. Like, they need your help. Oh, one thing I forgot, actually, the watching card, yeah. So with the watching card, if you ask for help in this situation, your spirit guides are like, okay, it's just step back and watch. We can do this. We can do this for you. And just watch how it happens. So just keep your eye on the situation, because it's gonna happen. It could, like, even be, if this is a person, it could even be that they're being transferred into some other place or something. Like, they're like physically removed from your life. That often happens as well. We have a Queen of Wands. So this is what happens. Oh, damn it, I forgot to say that it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a situation. I completely missed that point as well. So if this is a situation that you're in that makes you feel hopeless, tied down, stuck, like there's nothing you can do, ask help from your spirit guides in this situation as well. Or you can ask them, like, what can I do to fix the situation? You could try some manifesting techniques, but I mostly feel like help is what you need, because I feel like you've come to an end of something. Like, you've come to the end of your like, you've reached your limit, basically, whether you know it or not. Like, it's either that you've had enough or your spirit guides have had enough, that this has not resolved itself in your life yet. And they're like pissed. Well, not like pissed. That was a little bit, I misspoke, I feel like. But they are equally frustrated with this situation. So let me think. Oh, anyway, we had the Queen of Wands. So this talks about you finding yourself, you finding your purpose, you finding your passion. I feel like you're stepping into this very passionate, abundant version of you. Someone who can do things, who can create things. With a magician, you kind of like... how do I explain this? So it's almost like from somebody who feels really tied down, who feels stuck, who feels... how do I explain this? Kind of like there's nothing they can do. They transform into this being who is powerful and strong, and they know that they can do whatever. They trust in their own abilities. They trust in themselves. They know that they can do anything. That is who you are transforming into after you deal with this situation that you're in, or this person that you're with. So if this is a situation, whatever the path you're on right now, do not go any further. This is the end of it. You have to walk around. If you go any further, you're gonna find yourself in a swamp and drown. You have to find another way around it. So whatever you're doing right now, stop doing it. It's not working. Find another way. If this is a person, ask help from your spirit guides. Take a step back and watch what happens. So let's get advice on your current situation. So what advice do you have from my Hufflepuffs? What do they need to know right now in whatever situation they are in? What advice do they need to hear? Oh, no, that's too many. What advice do my Hufflepuffs need to... okay, there we go. Page of Gabriel. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. So yeah, there is something really cool happening for you, but you have to get over this one obstacle first. And this is like, it's kind of like a final test before you can step into your true self, I feel like. It's kind of like, oh no, all the cards are like all wonky and I didn't realize because I didn't look in the camera. Damn it. Oh well. Well, this happens sometimes. They look so straight when I'm looking at them from the side, and then when I look in the camera, they're like all over the place. Anyway, this is kind of like a final test before you can have what you want, it feels like. You know, has this ever happened to you? Like when you feel like, okay, so I'm completely over my ex, like I'm done with that DH. And and then what happens is that you suddenly get a text from them, even though you haven't heard from them for months. Suddenly, when you decide that you're over them, that's when they come back. And that is kind of like a test from the universe, like, are you sure about that? Or are you still going to fall, you know, fall in the same holes as you did before? Like, are you gonna stumble on the same rocks as you did before? Like, are you really over it, or are you just saying it? And yeah, it is a test. It is a test. And I feel like this is a test as well. Like, are you willing to put yourself first? Are you willing to set boundaries? Because I feel like to become this version that you want to be, to have these desires come into your life, they need you to be someone who can set boundaries and honor them and keep away people who don't honor them. That is who you need to become in order to get this dream, this success, this abundance, whatever you desire in this world. You need to become a person who can handle it. So this is why this person, this circumstance, this situation is being brought to you. Are you able to rip off these, what are those, ropes that are binding you? Are you able to do that for yourself? You can ask for help though, because you don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help, and your spirit guides are urging you to ask for help. Yeah. But you need to have the strength to do it, and the strength to deal with whatever comes after. To, you know, set those boundaries and respect them. So yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I'd really love to know how this resonated with you. I love reading your comments. So yeah, I hope I see you in my next one then. Bye!